So, hello students, I am Tushar Khanna and I am a graphic designer and a video editor, and I am here to teach you the essentials of graphic designing in this video. So, starting with the software, we will be using the software Adobe software called Adobe Illustrator, and this is the interface of that software where we get a file menu in which we can just create a new document, or we can create a new document from any template that we have saved, or we can open a recent or the previous document that we have made. And other options are disabled because of we have not opened our artboard or canvas right now. Once we will open that, these all options will be enabled automatically. With file menu, on the next is that we have edit. So in all these, some of the options will be disabled because of we haven't opened our file right now. As we will open our file, it these options, the disabled option, will all be enabled. Okay. So with that, we have also got some presets, like previously made preset from the software, that are here. For example, this is A4 size, this is postcard size, this is web large size. Web large size is mainly used for websites, and this is iPhone X size, that is our phone size. Or we can also create a custom size that often we need from here. Or then after that, we have got a recent panel here in which it shows all the artworks that are made by us, the recent artwork that are made by us. We can also just sort them according to the name, last open, size, or kind. Okay. With that, we can search from here, or we can just change the layout of the recent files. So we will just create a new document with a custom size here. So like from here we can change the size, or there are some more presets that are over here that we can use. For example, if we want that mobile size, so there are some like presets of some mobiles that we can use, that is iPhone X, iPhone 8, iPhone 7, iPad size, Surface Pro 4, Nexus 7, Apple Watch size, or web development size for data use for websites, film and video size, print, and some like art and illustrator in which we have letter pad, the size of letter pad, or like B4 size, B5 size, A3 size, legal document size, 640 into 480 size. Or so in this tutorial we will making a custom size from here, that is that we will making like 180 into, sorry, 1080 into 1080 size, 1080 by 1080 pixels. Okay. With that, we can change the orientation of the our artboard from here, we want it to be portrait or landscape. Or we can just change the number of artboards from here, like how much artboards we want. Or we can just change the bleed size. The bleed size is like kind of advanced option, so we will not be talking about in this session. And after that, we will just we will just click on create, and it will open a new canvas with the artboard for us. Like this is not a very much heavy software, but it sometimes it take times also. So yes, this is the canvas. The grayish portion is our canvas, and the white portion, that is the square that we have made of 1080 into 1080 pixel. This is our artboard in which we will be creating our like the thing that we have to export, or the main thing we will create in our artboard. And the all the grayish part is canvas. The canvas is mainly used for the rough works, or the rough design that we are making, and the final designs are always kept in artboard, so keep this in mind. So with that, we have some our toolbar here, which shows the all the 28 tools that are present in this software, like selection tool, direct selection, pen tool, curvature tool, text tool, and many other tools that we will be discussing in this session. With that, we have the menu bar here, which shows file, as I said above, the all the option will be enabled. So you can see that all now options will be enabled, and some of the option will be disabled right now also because we have not created something. As far as we will create something like that, all the options, now you can see that options are been like some of the option have been created, and some will be enabled after, like if you will group something. So to ungroup that, this option will be enabled. Like for example, if we lock something, to unlock, like you, I will show you. For example, I will lock this. So now this is locked, I cannot move this. So to unlock this, the unlock options have been enabled. Okay, like this, it will work like this. With that, we have file. In file, we can just create a new template or new to from template, open a recent file, save, like different option to save, export our artboard, and like that. We can also set up with that the next panel that we have a edit panel. As the name suggests, we can edit our, like the things that we are making, the artwork that we are making can be edited from here. Okay, so we have cut, copy, paste, line front, paste in front, paint in back, and many other options here present. um, the next we have is the object panel, which contains of something like group, ungroup, lock, hide, or show all, some transform option, or like the graph option if we are making any graph, or the artboards option. Okay, so the next is of type. If we are typing something, we can use this to just edit our type, then select, to like select something, or to change its fill, to change its color, and with that, like to change the brush, we can use the select panel. And after that, we have effect panel. In fact, effect panel is also a kind of advanced thing that will be it is used for like changing our, like if we have made a rectangle, so and we have to change it in a 3D shape, so we can change from 3D, or there are some path options, pathfinder, stylize if we have to like make a shadow, inner glow, like if you have to make a our so like for example, some we have written a type something and we have to make it neon, like the glow, so we can use inner glow, outer glow, round corners, scribble, blur effect, discord effect, stylize, sketch effect. So there are many of the options that are present here. uh, then we have the view panel. In view panel, we have zoom in, zoom out option. Like in view panel, we have all the option from which we can like view our artboard at different angles, show print tiling, we can hide the artboards, the actual size, fit all in window, fit artboard in window, rulers. For example, if we will just show rulers, so it has been displaying the our rulers. What we can do from rulers is we can just create a ruler over here, so that we cannot like uh, with the ruler we can just make the exact copy or exact angle in which we have to make, or the we can like define the center point. This is how ruler works. So we will just hide guides. After that, we have window panel, which like all the options of the software are present here. Like uh, if I want a gradient panel, if I have to create a gradient, I will explain what is gradient after that. But for example, if I have to create a gradient, so I will create a gradient, and you can see it has opened a gradient panel for me. Or if I will open a symbols panel, so you can see that symbol panels have been enabled here. Okay, so the windows contain all the, like all the tools of the software. With that, we have a panel here that contains of our color, stroke, uniform, different kind of strokes, and with that the roundness of stroke, opacity or transparency we can say, or the styles or preferences, or to set up our software, we can set up from document setup. Like we can just adjust the bleed, grid size, grid color, or transparency, or like for example, we can change the grid colors from dark. If I will look at that, just a minute. If we can change the right now our canvas is gray, so we can change to transparent, like that. See, Now it has been like from the gray it has made our artboard transparent. We can change the color from here like dark or very light. So see this, now it will be light, or with that we can change these types of thing from document setup. And from preferences we can just change the our like that will be convenient to us, or the colors of the software. That for example, if we are opening the, if I will be showing to you the rulers. So right now the rulers are, just a minute, show guides. So right now the rulers are of cyan color, or if we have to change that, we can just go to preferences, then guides and grid. To change the cyan color, I will just pick a light red color and I will click OK. So you can change the, you can see the guides have been changed into the light red color. Okay. Hmm. So after that, we will hide the guides and we will just quickly move on to the our tools panel, toolbar. So this toolbar contains of several tools that are present here, and we will start with the first tool, that is the most basic tool of the software, that is the select direct selection and the selection tool. So first tool that appears here is a selection tool. So what a selection tool does is, as the name suggests, it is used to select any object or select any path, select any artwork, and we can just move our artwork from here with the selection tool. I will just show. For example, if I have made a rectangle over here and I have to move, like I have to change its appearance, or I have to move the artwork from left to right or left to left, top to bottom, anywhere. So I will just use my selection tool, and I will hold the left mouse button, and I can just quickly move it around the artwork or the canvas. With that we can also, just a minute, we can also just change our roundness of our triangle from here, from the dots that you can see here. Or with that we can rotate, like you can see a arc over here, we can just rotate. Or we can like increase the size or decrease the size of the rectangle also. Okay, so this is how the selection tool works. Then the next tool that arrives is a direct selection tool. The direct selection tool is basically a upgraded version of selection tool, because like you can see the it is selection and direct selection. So there is not very much difference in that, but yes, direct selection tool also plays a very important role in the software. Like in the selection tool, if we have to round a corner, the all four corners are like rounding its corners. Sorry, the all four corners will be rounded like in a one go. But if we will use the direct selection tool, we can just round each corner also. For example, like I will choose direct selection tool and I will just click here twice. So now you can see only this corner is has been cornered. Okay, so for example, if I have to corner this side, the left part, so I will click twice. Sorry, just click, and you can see a like you will see a boundary over here on the left bottom. So it will now just corner the left bottom part, so we can just make a new shape from this. And this option is not available in the selection tool. We can just do it from the direct selection only. After that, the direct selection, we can just move our artwork with direct selection, or we can just see, we can expand the shape from here. That we cannot do with the selection tool. We can expand our shade or customize the shape as our need. Okay, we will just undo all these things and go to the next object, sorry, next tool, that is the we will be doing pen tool. The pen tool, as the name suggests, it is like a pen, like we just grab a pen and write something. So the pen tool is also like that. We can just enable our pen tool from here, and then we can just create or make anything from just clicking with the mouse button. We can create anything with the pen tool. The pen tool is like a most complex tool, as I feel the most complex tool of the software is the pen tool, because we have to just master the pen tool, because without mastering the pen tool, the software, like uh, learning the software is incomplete. Okay, so with pen tool, the next we have curvature tool. So see, the difference between the pen tool and the curvature tool is very minimal. For example, the pen tool makes the straight lines, or we can also make curve lines. If you like, hold the mouse button and I will just shift that, so we can make the curves also. Okay, and but with the curvature tool, what happens is the curvature tool only makes the uh, rounded corners only, like the pen making this, like for example making the circle with the pen tool is very tough, because we cannot make create a like cannot create a sorry uh sorry for the disturbance. We cannot create a rounded circle, like very accurate circle from the pen tool, but with the curvature tool we can easily make that because it has only the curves. And if we have to make a, like for example I'm making a circle and now I want to make a straight line, I want, so we what I will do is what we will do is we will click here twice and you can see a straight line will appear. Okay, twice, then twice, so you can see. Okay, sorry. Huh. So we'll just delete this, and after that the pen tool, curvature tool, then we have the type tool. Type tool, as the name suggests, we can just type anything from it. Like for example, if I will type graphic design, GRA, graphic, I have written graphic design over here, and we can just change its layout or the fonts from the properties panel that I will be discussing after this, like after we will complete our tools. Okay, so the type tool, we can just type with the type tool. Then after the next tool, that is a line segment tool. What we can do with the line segment tool is we can just create a line, a straight line. For example, if I will change the color to something red, and we will just enable the line segment tool, so you can see that it is creating a red line, like huh. We can create any line with it, slanting, horizontal, vertical, any type of lines. Okay, so next tool, that is here is rectangle tool. With rectangle tool we can just create a rectangle, like it is a shape tool, we can create a rectangle with that, any type of rectangle, small, big, or we can also create a square. Like you will see like a slanting line appears here. So the slanting lines means that the order size of the square are equal. Okay, so if we will click right click, if we will right click on the rectangle tool, we can see that more tools are appearing here. That is a star tool, with we can make a star. Okay, or star tool, or a ellipse tool, we can create a circle. Flare tool, we can create flares. Okay, or polygon tool, we can create a polygon. Also we can change the increase or decrease the number of sides. Like if I will make if I have to make a, for example, six shaped figure, a six shaped drawing shape. Okay, so I will enable my polygon tool, and we will just click the right click, sorry, we will right click here, and we can see we have the option of radius and sides. So we can, with the sides we can increase or decrease the number of sides from here. Like if I want to make a seven shape polygon, so we can just make from here. Okay, so with that the next tool that is here is a eraser tool. This is a eraser tool. So if I have made something over here, we can just easily erase the things from here, like we'll do. Okay, or like this. Just on it, I have to select this first, and then we will use the eraser tool over here. So you can see that it has erased the portion that I have erased. It has, like that portion has been detected uh, from here. Okay, so after the eraser tool we have the eyedropper tool. What the eyedropper tool works like, For example, we have two types of or three types of polygon over here, and I will just change the color light brown or dark brown, royal blue, and this to a pattern color of here, like, okay. So we have three types of polygon over here, and now I have to create a fourth polygon. I have created this, and this turn it we will create with a like no fill or some other color. I have created a black color polygon over here. Okay, so if I want to just take this color or this color accurately, so we have two options. Like I will use the eyedropper tool and just click on the color that we want to grab. The uh, our fourth polygon is of now blue color or light brown color, or we can also take any pattern from here. Or like if I will click on canvas, so it will take gray color or white color, blue, any of the color it can create from here. Or we can change the color from here also, from the color panel also, like yellow, darker yellow, more darker, or a black also. Okay, so after that we have a hand tool over here. The main function of the hand tool is to move the artboard. We can also move the artboard while pressing the spacebar over here. Okay, so the main function of the hand tool is to just move the artboard or align our art. For example, if we have more than one artboard, just for example, two or three, just we can align our artboard in a like in a row or a sequence from here. Okay, we'll just delete next our remaining artboards. After that, the tool panel is like closed. Now we have covered the basic tools, and after that we have the properties panel here. We can also open the properties panel from the window. We have this properties. If you like, uh, now it is enabled. If I will click, it will be disabled. Like you can see, it has been disappeared. Or if I have to like enable it again, so I will just click on the properties panel, and it will enable that for me. Okay, so the properties panel is basically shows all the like preferences or document guide snap options. From like we can change it from here. Like if we have to change my units to pixels or inches, so I can easily do from here. Okay, we will click it to default, that is pixels. Or if you have to make a change our artboard or edit our artboard, so we can do from here. We can enable grid, ruler, or transparency mode that I have shown you earlier also. Okay, or disable it. With that we have guides. We can it will show our guides, or we can also hide our guides. With that we can lock our guides also, or just we if we will unlock that, we can just delete that. Okay, with that we have snap options that will be like somehow basic, oh sorry, somehow advanced, so we will not be discussing in this session. With that we have some preferences or document setup option that I have shown you in the earlier in the video. Okay, so with that, for example, we have enabled our properties panel. Chalo, let's see here only. And I have typed something. For example, I will type Illustrator, and we will like increase the font size of the text. And you can see if I will select the text, the properties panel have been changed. Now, firstly, it was like showing document, rulers, guide, snap option, preferences, and quick access. Was as far as I'll select our typed object or some that the word that I have typed, it will show the different option. Now it is showing transform, appearance, character, paragraph, and quick access. Now it is showing all the options that are related to the like the type tool. From for example, we can just transform the x axis or the right axis of the text. You can see as far I have increasing that, our object is moving to left to right. Or if I will increase y the y axis, You can see it is going upside and downside. Okay, so with that we can also adjust the width and the height of our type of our word, or we can change the angle. Right now it is on 0 degrees, so we can just um, there are some presets over it that we can use that are 120, 90, 60, 30 or 270. For example, 270 it's a straight line, 90 is also straight line. Okay, so with that we can also use a custom angle from here. For example, if I want 58 degrees, so I can just split and it will just make my text at 58 degrees, at 58-degree angle. Okay, so we will just uh, default size, that is 0. With that we have a fill option here. From fill we can change the color, for example yellow, magenta color, orange color, brown color, green color. Okay, with that we have stroke over here. So what is a stroke? Like stroke is a basically the outlining of our text, or you can say the fencing, as the every, like for example if we can take example of a park, the park has a fencing outside. So this is also the stroke also works as a fencing, or you can say a boundary or outline of the text. So we will just change the outline to the stroke to the red. You can see it has a nice red boundary, or you can say the outline of the text. We can also increase the size of the stroke from here, like if I were increasing 3, 4, 5, 6, or we can just decrease that also, or we have some presets over here also to increase, like to a definite to a definite point 40, or we can just decrease from here also too. Okay, so with that we have opacity. Opacity means that the transparency of our text. If I will just click and I will decrease the opacity to 50, so you can say our text is now somehow transparent. So if I will create another object over here, so we can see the object. For example, wait, I will just huh so now I have sent the object to back and I will change its color to black. So you can say that sorry, you can see that we can just see our object behind the text also. But if I will just increase opacity of our text to 100, so you can see that we cannot like see the object that is behind R. Okay, like right now the R is playing a role of opaque object, or we can just, if we will increase that, you can see that we can see behind R also. This is how transparency or opacity works. With that we have the character panel here, where from where we can change our font. The font from here, just a minute. Like right now the default font is Mydrate Pro, so we can change from here. Like we can use elephant font, we can use emoji one, that like that is for emojis, symbols, or uh, Gill Sans empty font, or any other font that uh, we can use from here. Or also we can just install some new fonts from Google or any other browser. With that we have a font family over here, like regular, that's basic font regular. And with that we have italic, bold, or bold italic, the mixture of italic and bold. And after that we have the size, the increase or decrease the size of the text, the spacing between two letters, sorry, between two words, sorry, between two letters only. We can increase or decrease from here. Or we have the after that we can just change the paragraph. This is used when we are like writing a essay or a paragraph, so we can just align to left, right to right, or we can just align this our sentences or lines to, like for example if I have to start from center, so I can just click on align center and it will align my text to the center. Okay. Hmm. With that, we have completed the properties panel also, and with that we have a layer panel. Like layer panel works as, for example, this I have this layer one right now. Okay, I have made a straight line, and a huge polygon over here on the artboard. So right now, if I will just enable my selection tool and I will move it, I can move it easily with the selection tool. But because it is on layer 1 and we have unlocked our layer, but if I will lock my layer. So you can see that the selection tool is selected but the layer is locked, so I cannot move anything from here right now. And if I like we are creating a huge artboard and we have to just ensure that the layer 1 is not disturbed, so what we can do, we can just create click here and it will make a layer 2 for us. So now I can make anything above the layer 1, that is, for example, something, a free shape. Okay, we will give a green color. So you can see now I can move the object that are present on the layer 2, but now I cannot move the object that are present on the layer 1 because the layer 1 has been locked. Okay, we can also just toggle visibility from here also. Like if I will click the on the eye option, you can see it has disappeared because we have toggled the visibility from here. Okay, we can just make it visible or make it invisible or disappear. With that we have created the, sorry, completed our layer panel also. So I think this much will be enough for this session. As a tutorial video, this will be enough. So have a nice day, my friends, and my name is Tushar Khanna, and thank you for attending this session.